Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to do some more reactions. Excuse the lighting. I broke my ring light yesterday when I was changing the battery in the car, which I'll have that video up by now. The wind was blowing so hard it blew the stand over, broke the ring light. It the wind was blowing so hard it pushed my hood down on my head twice. Twice. It's been terrible. Yesterday, the wind chill in the afternoonish part of the day got to negative 31 Fahrenheit wind chill. I think the actual temperature was like -1, -2, somewhere in there. But it's taken me forever today to get warm, and I'm finally getting warm, but my body hasn't regulated itself, which is why my face is all red. But I would rather deal with this than not being able to get warm. We're finally getting warm. The fire is going in the wood stove. The cats are off sleeping somewhere. I am multitasking. I'm going to be peeling oranges. If you don't like multitasking, then this is not the episode for you to watch me react to. I can multitask though, so if you don't mind, you can stick around. So we are getting ready to react to some more Wednesday. We are on season one, episode, I didn't have it pulled up yet. Episode 6, Quid Pro Woe. Say that 3 times fast. Quid pro quo. Obviously, a play on quid pro quo, which is a tit for tat situation. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So there's going to be some give and take in this episode. What exactly it's going to be, I don't know. So we still have some questions about stuff. We've identified that the principal is a shapeshifter, but was the principal always a shapeshifter, or did the shapeshifter become the principal in order to cover things up? I think the principal has always been a shapeshifter. But that being said, I don't know because the monster appears to be a shapeshifter because the footprints went from monster footprints to human footprints. So that's another clue that the monster may be the principal, which is why she also is trying to cover up Rowan's death. That being said, my second culprit, my second suspect is Miss Thornhill. I don't think she's a normie. She used to be a nightshade because we saw her go into the dungeon. So she's not sharing everything either. And they're making a big deal out of her being a normie. So that's why I don't think she is. Is she the monster? Possibly. I don't think the case is as strong for her, other than she was out there in the woods immediately after Eugene was attacked. So who knows? And then my third suspect, but only because it's weird that they've introduced her, but she hasn't had much of a role, but we keep getting some weird things. And the show is doing that. It's giving us things that it's not going back to at all. So with the psychiatrist, she's not a therapist, psychiatrist. She has got this collection of stuffed animals. Why are we getting background on her? Why are we getting these little tidbits about her? So is she possibly the monster? Don't know. I don't think that one is as feasible as the other two, but the principal is still my biggest suspect. There's other things we haven't gone back to and visited. Why show us the trap door that Goody hid in? I mean, they showed us the trap door and that's how she survived the fire. But if I saw that in my vision, I'd be curious about what's down there, where any messages left down there, or any clues or anything like that. At least check out the trap door. And we haven't done that. So, yeah, we've got some questions. So let's go ahead and get into it, see what happens in this episode, see what the give and take is, and kind of go from there. Ooh, a spider's in that one. Ooh, she's chanting.
I can barely tolerate the living.
Oh, she's trying to
Why would I
call
want to
upon
commune
Goody.
with the dead? But my mother told me Goody is the only one that can train me to control my psychic ability.
That
The
answered
sooner
that.
I master.
Hi, Enid.
The aroma of steak tartare is to die for.
Steak tartare.
Maybe Goody answered you after all.
Ah, ransom note. If you want answers, meet inside Crackstone's crypt. Midnight. So where's his crypt at? We saw his statue. We saw the original meeting house. Oh, Enid's going with her. I like the
You
claws
insisted
coming
on
out.
coming along.
Oh, is that the crypt where she had her vision earlier during the race?
What died?
Smells like childhood.
Second thoughts? Why don't I just stay out here?
The death of innocence.
Happy birthday to you.
Uh-oh. She's not a big fan of this. Aw. Did Thing tell them?
I should have known you were behind this. Fire will rain when I rise.
Really
That was in the vision. Or in the paper
The first
drawing.
part of that phrase was burned on an Evermore's lawn.
We're never eating that cake, are we?
Gonna spark fire? Oh, she's trying to get a vision.
Goody, you are the raven in my blood.
That was the other thing, was Crackstone seemed to appear to turn into the monster in her one, after her one vision, when she looked through the gate and saw Crackstone, but then saw the monster's eye. I think it was after the vision. Might have been during the vision still. But, okay, back to Goody.
Is that supposed to scare me? It should.
I'm hearing a bit of, Fangs was coming out from under the couch. I was hearing a bit of Spanish accent from Goody, and I don't know if that's Jenny Ortega's natural accent or if she was just adding to the character, some insight to the character.
The subterfuge was impressive.
What's Thing doing?
May your 16th be as sour and misery-filled as your desire, your ever-doting mother and father.
So gross.
I would have preferred live squirrels.
How well has Enid learned her? It's black and white.
We can wear them together to class.
Oh,
Oh,
a
Enid,
hood
this is
and scarf.
far too unique to wear to something like class. I suggest we wait for a more special occasion.
She doesn't want to wear it. Did I miss that last episode?
Yeah, well, when you change your mind and you want my help, you know where to find me.
What's his last name? Thorpe?
Where'd you get that? The bracelet. Where'd you get it? You believed her.
Is the bracelet her mother's?
And she turned out to be right, so I signed up. How do you know?
I just do.
Yeah, it is her mother.
She's like the ghost of bitchiness future.
Speaking of birthdays, I haven't celebrated mine in a while. And in 2 years, I turn 50, and I want to have a big bash, and I want to have Home Free come out. And so if you want to help with that, you can donate at the donation down below. And of course, it'll all be recorded. Now, if I don't happen to raise enough and make it happen, then I will find something else to do with the money, hopefully celebrate the birthday. But if I don't do that, then I'll put it towards home improvement type stuff, which I will, of course, video and put on the channel. So some little caveats in there in case I don't raise enough. But yeah, speaking of birthdays.
Perfect surprise.
The burning bowl, and I didn't see what the other thing was. Oh, there's the spider with real spiders in them. Is this a little nod to Billie Eilish's song? I forget what the name of the song is. Oh, I can't remember the name of the song, but the one where she's got the spiders all over her.
Goody warned me I was destined to be alone, and that I'd be sorry for it.
Oh, she's talking to Eugene.
She's a very distant cousin.
Very distant.
Sounds like she doesn't see you for who you really are.
What was the focus on the flowers about? Laurel Gates?
Yeah, I went with a 98% dark chocolate ganache, knowing your preferred color palette.
Oh, she likes that.
I have a tight deadline.
Oh,
Emphasis on
she's
dead.
pushing him away.
What's that supposed to be?
Never mind.
A gate. It's obvious it's a gate.
I figured since you no longer have an old vendetta to obsess over, you're free to solve some real crime.
Did he tell her the results of the DNA testing? Because he did get them back. I can't remember what the results were. Was it inconclusive? Oh, he drew it too. Hi,
Do you know where
Thing.
this is?
Uh-oh.
So I started painting, and that's what came out, all right?
She likes it. That's cool. She's falling in love with two different men. Who's in there? Ah, the mayor. So what does Laurel Gates have to do with the death of Garrett Gates?
It's a long shot, so I'm gonna have to lay it out for you.
He doesn't hear that getting into his own vehicle? He didn't hear any of that? Come on, show. That's a little too obvious. Who's in the blue car?
What the hell were you doing there?
House hunting. But when someone is run over on their way to give the police key information, it usually means they were onto something. And
True.
all signs point to the Gates family in that house.
How do you manage to end up at the center of every terrible thing that happens around here?
Incredible luck.
As of now, the school is on full lockdown.
But she knows that Wednesday's not the cause of it all. So why is she being punished? So we know she's 16.
Describe people like Weems. I already have a mother and a therapist. That's enough torture, even for me. I've reconsidered your offer. The non-birthday dinner.
How's she going to get off campus?
And that would require you to actually talk about her.
Getting a little background.
Did you ever even love her?
No?
No.
Or you could never know. But he's shaking his head no.
My deviousness has finally rubbed off on you. Thing.
Black and white and gray.
We should
Rubik's
wear our
Cube.
snoods. Luckily, Bianca brought it back.
Like a monkey's paw.
I forget what the monkey's paw reference is. I've heard it before, but I can't remember the context or lore with it.
Okay, what's up with the weird matching hoodie scarf things?
Don't ask. Just drive.
Using her friends.
Listen, I know you're still mad about the painting, okay? But I just want to talk to you for a second.
Oh, it's Thing typing on the typewriter.
Where does she think?
He didn't hear him come through the window, knock on the window, yell through the window. Oh, to see if there's a blue car.
Whoa.
Werewolf strength. The blue car. And since Tyler's fighting with Dad, he's not necessarily going to tell on her.
This is the night I'm gonna die.
Why did Goody lead me here?
Well, why did the mayor ask for Laurel's death certificate? What book has been removed? There's the black book, though. Oh, maybe not. No dust or cobwebs on it. A sorcerer.
Who doesn't have a spooky built-in altar in their family library?
Ours is in the living room. We're seated for a year-long Dia de los Muertos.
Blood will rain. When I rise, fire will rain.
We will.
I like how she whimpers, whimpering like a dog.
That is literally how every best friend dies in a horror movie.
The faster we search, the sooner you can leave.
Why?
here?
She does sound like a dog when she whimpers.
You're a doormat.
You're a doormat.
You're too needy.
Please don't let anything happen to Enid. Same flowers that Miss not Thornhill, the psychiatrist brought. And the psychiatrist is blonde. Oh, don't kill Tyler. The psychiatrist just moved up in my book as far as being the monster. That was quite the fall. Now, is Tyler okay or is he dead? That's quite the knife. Do we have a little Frankenstein going on? Was that a foreshadow from earlier? There's a foot, 2 feet. And the homeless man was missing a foot. Find Tyler.
Okay.
Since when do you care? Wednesday, what the hell are you thinking? We have to go back for Tyler.
Okay, good.
The monster's back there.
So is Tyler.
Where'd you come from?
Here, take this.
Thing told him where to
What
go.
happened to him?
Thanks, Doc.
That's more than 5 scratches. Oh no, it's 5 scratches. 5 scratches? Can't talk anymore. Everything's going to be gone. Yep.
It was all here.
Is that your justification for almost getting my son and your friends killed? Huh? Now you listen to me.
Oh, she's feeling some guilt.
You directly violated my explicit order and left campus during a lockdown.
Oh, she's blonde too, though.
And yourself in
But she's...
Which is grounds for expulsion, I know. And you have every right to exercise that.
But I think... So blonde hair too, but... See, how old was she in that picture, the painting? About 9-ish, 10-ish? Maybe older. But add 25 to that. So let's say 10. Add 25, that make 35. Is she supposed to be 35-ish? Give or take? Quid pro quo? Quid pro quo is not that kind of give or take. I'm still leaning towards the psychiatrist.
Please.
Ooh, she said please. She's going to give in?
One more infraction. No more negotiation.
So she tried to get it so Enid could still help her? They're sending Enid away?
You will use anyone to get what you want, even if it means putting them in danger.
I'm glad she's calling her out.
Tonight because of your stupid obsession.
I never asked you to do that.
You didn't have to, because that's what friends do. They don't have to be asked.
She likes to be thought of as a serial
You
killer.
don't know that says everything.
But for the first time in my life,
She actually felt it.
it doesn't feel good.
Ah. That's kind of close. Oh, she took the jewelry
There's
box.
also something else.
Is there a secret compartment? Is she going to
Watching.
find something? Ah, spying on Wednesday.
We all seem to be connected like a spider's
I
web,
still think that could be Goody.
but I won't be.
Is that the mayor again? I will find you.
I will find you.
Well, that's an interesting one. The psychiatrist has moved up on the list. I was kind of putting her in the first place area, but I still don't know if the principal is the real principal or if it's the monster who's a shapeshifter who's posing as the principal to help cover things up and keep Wednesday in place. And the only reason why she said one more time and you're da 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 da, I wonder if it looked like, since she was presented with that evidence, if she was still very bullheaded about how punished Wednesday would be, then it would look bad. So, principal number one suspect, or psychiatrist number one suspect right now, with the principal right below, just barely below. But that's the only reason. Miss Thornhill is less of a suspect, but there's still something about her. And maybe it's going to be a good surprise type of thing. I don't know. So we'll have to see. Thank you for joining me on this one. I'll see you guys on the next one.